Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Queen G. I am your host of the Queen G Live Experience. Welcome to another segment. Tonight, we got a hot one for you. I'm so excited about tonight's show. As always, I'm always excited to be live before y'all anyway, period, point blank. You know what I mean? Today was a beautiful day. I got a chance to go out to the lake with my fam, and we spent time feeding the ducks, doing normal regular stuff, peaceful, no drama, no stress. It was beautiful. It was amazing. So I just want to say to you guys, I know that it's a lot going on in our world, a lot of issues, a lot of different things. But please, 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 please find your space of peace. Find your space of peace, stick to that, and make sure you do your very best to woosah in the middle of these times. Let's send up a prayer for Tiger Woods. He got into a car accident. I wanted to shout him out and bring him up. I haven't heard the details yet of the accident, but let's definitely keep our brother in your prayers, Tiger Woods. Um, Also, I want to promote a couple of things before we get started. I actually just got my merch in. Let me see if I can angle it right. That's my t-shirt. I'm smushed, right? That's my t-shirt. So I got my t-shirt size 2X. If y'all want a a sample of a t-shirt is size 2X, definitely hit me up. The proceeds from the sales go into the show. We have team members now that we have to take care of, if you know what I mean. So, I'm trying to sell my little merch. Also, y'all, I got Queen G Media Course, The Journey, my book about my media career on hand. Get a copy of that. Let me know if y'all want a copy. I got plenty of those. I can send you an autographed signed copy as well. Inbox me for details, y'all, and let's get it. Also, I want to bring up one thing. We got a big show coming up in Milwaukee, coming up March 27th. It is called Hollywood in Milwaukee. I am so honored with the opportunity to be able to host the red carpet that night. I haven't done a red carpet in a while, so I'm excited. Thank you, Stacks the Realist, who is the showrunner. She's putting on the show, and she is having me come on board to host the actual red carpet. It's going to be so many amazing artists out there that night. Some of the promos are starting to go up for the event, and the t-shirts just came in. So listen, we gonna have product merch. We gonna have books that night on hand. Y'all gotta bring y'all coins, okay? Bring you at least $60 in coins. Bring your coins. Put it like that, because it's gonna be some people with product in the building. We ain't got together in a while. We might have to wear our gloves. We might have to wear our masks, but it's okay. We gonna come there ready to support each other, and I'm definitely gonna bring my stuff and have it ready to go. Put it like that. And I'm enjoy interviewing you guys. Being on the red carpet, having that experience of that amazing energy that goes out when the interviews are going up on the red carpet, and how that feels, and you feel so excellent and so amazing and so elite. You know what I mean? It's just powerful. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that, but I grew up in LA, grew up in, I've been around the entertainment industry and in Hollywood and all of that stuff. So it just always feels so glamorous. And I want to bring that style to you guys. I want to bring that quality and essence to that red carpet and light that sucker up. And I'm as God gives me health and strength, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna give my best. Okay. So y'all get ready. And that's March 27th again. That's at Club Timbuktu in that is Milwaukee. Okay. And it's called Hollywood in Milwaukee. That's the name of the event. I'll give you guys the name, or I'll be posting flyers and things like that with the actual information. So y'all stay tuned. Now let me get off of me and get into my special guest. This is an amazing gentleman, artist. Dope. He reminds me of the West Coast. I don't know why. His vibe and his swing and his the way he raps, it reminds me of the West Coast. I heard a track tonight that it made me want to crip walk. I don't know, even know how to crip walk. You know what I'm saying? It just always looked hella smooth to see the brothers crip walk when they listen to that good vibe and that good music. And that's what this guy's music does to me. He's a producer. He's a rapper. He's also in the family of the industry, has grew up around it all his life. And I truly understand that because of who I'm tied to and who I'm related to in the business. And it's just nothing like, coming up and being around the entertainment industry and then taking that creativity of what you've learned from the stimulation of your lineage and taking things to the next level. So I want to, without any further ado, I want to introduce my special guest, Mr. Rapper and producer Doty G. Let's get him in here, y'all. Hold on a second. Doty G Mac. Doty G Mac. Welcome to
Yeah.
the Queen D Live Experience.
I'm honored, man. This is dope. I appreciate it.
How are you tonight?
I'm blessed. I'm in good spirit, positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Good cleansing and just taking in all the good energy, man. Yeah, I'm great. How about you?
Right. I'm amazing. I wanted to start the show by saying, brother, I appreciate you. I appreciate you because you tune in to my odd hours, them hours where I just be rolling over
Right.
out the
Yeah.
bed and you know what I mean? I go live real quick and I talk about different random subjects in the morning. You know, my morning shows be off the chain too
Oh
because
yeah.
they real and they raw and you just never know what you about to get.
Yeah.
Um, and I always see you pop in there. So I just wanted to say to everybody, this guy right here is a genuine soul. You always support me. From the time we've met, through our different alliances, through Stacks the Realist, through,
Yeah. Shout
you
out
know,
Stacks.
that whole little crew.
Yeah.
And like you've been dope and you have come on board and just really supported me, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for that support, because you know what, sometimes people think you got it all going on and you got it all together and you don't need all that. Please,
Right.
we thrive off of support and energy from our guests and our supporters and things like
Right.
that. We thrive off of that. We need that. you
Right.
know
Yeah. Especially around
so
these times. Yeah. We most definitely need that.
my goodness. So, how have you been doing as a producer and writer and rapper through this pandemic?
I actually been doing great. It's when you spend more time with yourself and all when you're an artist, your creative juices and them wheels start turning. You know what I'm saying? When you just locked in a box all the time, when you just like, you know what I'm saying, isolated from the world. So I've been able to really tap into myself and really tap into my creative, juices where, I want to tap into different genres of music as well and just bring them all together and see what I could do with it. But it's been dope, like just different ways of writing, different ways of the cadences to be able to come off, the different subject matter, content, and like all that comes to me, So it's been great, and I'm able to be able to put it all out, you know what I'm saying? And now, I'm getting to that point where it's time to release some things.
Because for some of us, hey, the pandemic ain't been so bad. It ain't been so
Yeah.
bad. Like,
Uh,
I found myself in this creative bubble as well. And it's been amazing to,
right,
be able to write and just flow with whatever comes out creatively. You ain't got no distractions. You ain't got, you ain't running up and down the highway like we normally are.
right.
And it's not so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, see, with me, at first, because me, I'm I get to panicking. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be like, wait a minute, what's
Right.
going on with this? And I can't do this, and I can't go do this show or this and that. But it also helped me because it was like, man, you know what? Don't try to jump and do every show. You know what I'm saying? Start getting your material together. Start putting in that work. You know what I'm saying? Start focusing more on getting these projects together. So it helped me in the in the long run. So yeah, I appreciate it though.
So, you're a producer,
Right.
and you're a writer. What I love about these times, and you probably appreciate this too, is the digitized aspect of these times. You
Right.
can hit a button, You can send off a track. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Let somebody check it out. Like, what is that doing for you right now? How is that? The whole digital,
I mean,
times
before the pandemic though, I was in the digital situation heavily. So I mean, we didn't got used to it, but I never thought that I had to rely on it as much as we did now. You know what I'm saying? So now, it helped. It worked because if that go out, the whole world going crazy. So uh,
right.
it's actually been it works better, but it's better though when you gelling with somebody in the studio together, but still being able to work and do get things done and get songs done with other artists or even within yourself and other producers send me tracks or whatever, and it still it still helps. It's good. I appreciate it, but at the same time, it's like before it happened, though, you had that bond, that jail. You could be able to work together and feel each other vibe and everything. But right now,
The
either way
energy
it goes,
together, right? Being around each other. Let me see your mic, because I know where you at. Where you at right now? Tell us where you at.
I'm in my booth right now. They got my mic right there.
Oh, he is in the actual studio. He don't just talk about it, y'all. He about it. He about
Oh
that
yeah,
life.
most definitely.
That look like a
This is
really nice mic, and that you have taken a lot of pains to make your studio quality and things like that.
oh yeah. It took some time, but when you're passionate about something, you know you wanted to take whatever, to get there as far as working for it, working towards it and building. When you have a vision, you know what I'm saying, you passionate about it, you know what I'm saying, you very adamant and eager to really bring it out. So that's what I did for myself. I always said I wanted
Right, right,
my own
right.
studio.
How important is how important is padding, the walls? How important is that for sound quality and stuff like that? Tell us about the building of a studio and what that entails.
As far as the soundproofing, well, it gives it a solid sound when you record. It's not well, I'm about to speak in so many sound terms, but the megahertz is when things and the open of the room, it causes a lot of the echo. It's like, have you ever been in a place or a building where it was like all marble or something like that, and then you would hear some music play and it just echoes all over the place. So,
Yeah.
but if you was to do that with
It's
vocals and
all, yeah, the
everything,
echo stuff.
right,
Hmm.
and they give you a clean, sharp, what I'm saying, sound when you record. So yeah, it helps that a lot, and it's better with mixing as well.
Right, right, right. I talked briefly about in the intro that you have been a part of the entertainment lineage, and you have a history in the entertainment business. Tell us about that, and tell us who your family is
Right.
that taught you
My
some
pop.
of the things that you know.
So I was born in it. My dad been which is Cal Spencer. Shout out to Cal Spencer, Beach House Music. Make sure y'all get in tune with him, man. You have to perform in our school, and also the music store as well. So you get all that. Plus catch him on the road, and I'm gonna get to that. So um, my dad is one. He's the reason why I'm very musically inclined, and since a child, man. He been on the road, in and out. He been performing. He had his own band, and then he'll get picked up to go perform with a major artist. And then if it's cool at certain times where he can actually bring me on, then I'll be around that whole scene. So I done met a lot, I done been a lot, and then I done built relationships growing up where I have a godfather, that's in the industry, which is Diamond from the Ohio Players. So he's the
Wow.
drummer of the Ohio Players, and my history as far as being a musician, I played drums coming up, and all through school and just in life, period, churches, different bands, groups, stuff like that. But growing up,
Listen,
huh?
you just jarred my memory about something.
What's
You
that?
just jarred my memory about something. Listen, girls was turned up about the drummers. The drummers got hit on a lot. Y'all don't know if y'all really was in church.
Yeah. Hey, you know.
Listen, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
That's why you break it down like that.
I'm about to
You
drink
know
to
I'm
that.
telling the truth.
To drink this H2O to that. But yeah, you know, drums.
The
Yeah.
drummers, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's a powerful craft or what, but all the young ladies, I remember this guy named Reggie that used to play drums at our church. But all the little girls was all up in his face all the
Right.
time. And it was some dangerous stuff going on them premises at church with
Right.
the drummer.
Well, I don't know nothing about that, so you know what I'm saying. I can't contest to that, but you know,
And we was in the Church of God in Christ Pentecostal. I said, Lord have mercy.
yeah,
You got to save our souls up in here.
man, quickly, in the name of Jesus, hallelujah. pray for these,
Hallelujah.
pray for these
Hallelujah.
children.
Anyway,
But
I
yeah,
don't know. That just jarred my memory. I'm sorry. I'm musical too, and we grew up in the church. Same thing. My dad Tyrone Gibson Senior.
right,
He is a jazz musician, keyboardist, singer, and would have his band at the house and things like that.
right,
And what's crazy, my legendary brother Tyrese Gibson, that is now so worldwide as known as a singer and
right.
producer and writer and things like that. He was a baby walking around in a diaper at that time.
Right.
But what's crazy is that the musical stimulation that was bouncing off the walls, you know what I'm saying, in
Right.
our home
Yeah.
at that time, the lyrics and the bands coming to the house rehearsing and things like that, it still stimulated us. You know what I mean?
Right.
It didn't matter that we was little and toddlers, and my brother is 5 years younger than me. He was the baby. He's my mom's baby, but
Oh
still,
yeah.
look at what happened. That's crazy. Actor, singer, writer, producer, the whole shebang. Business owner. My other brother, Tyrone Gibson
Right.
Jr., same thing. Rapper, actor. If y'all look at the history of my family, like you'll be like, dang, that's crazy.
Right.
And it all started from dad in the '70s being on tour with Phil Perry and all them. I remember him when they first came out with the first album. You know what I'm saying? That first album, that real album, when they
Yeah.
first started pressing them up. They call it
Right.
press up. They
Right.
used to
Back
call it
then.
pressing them.
Yeah. But they was
Yeah,
buying
and
them. You talking
he
about
brought
the
home his
you talking
first
about the vinyls?
album.
That's what you talking about, the
Yep,
vinyls?
the
Yeah.
real album with the thing, and you used to have to put the little spinner in the middle to keep it held onto the record player.
Put them
You know what I'm
you
saying?
go on the
Because you
record.
couldn't
Yeah.
play it
Yeah.
if it didn't have that little round thing in the middle to hold it and secure it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying,
In
on
order
the
for it to
spindle.
spin. Yeah.
You know I'm old school. Like if I'm talking about that, I remember when the first set of 8 tracks came in, the whole nine, bro. Like we was really, we was really
Yeah.
about that life. We
Most
was really
definitely.
about that life. Who are some of the entertainers that your dad was around that you met from back in the day? Talk to us about that.
Okay, so yeah, he went on tour with Joe Levert. You know what I'm saying? He was on there with Will Downey, Regina Bell. Um, who else was on there? Oh, OJ.
That's dope.
OJ. So I ended up meeting Eddie and Jura. Backstage. Actually, I met the whole OJs. I met Sean too. Sean was actually, man, God rest their soul, man. Sean was a funny dude. He was cool. He was a real funny dude, though. He was short. So at that time when I met him, I was kind of short, but he was my height. So I knew he was a little dude at the time. But he was funny as I
Yeah.
don't know what. Drill was always humble. You know what I'm saying? Good spirited. You know what I'm saying? If you get Eddie's energy, it's like it was like your grandpa, your papa or something. But he was that cool cat. You know what I'm saying? He had swag about him for his age. But Regina
hmm
Bell, beautiful woman. She was cool. Will Downey was
Now,
cool.
back then, when you were around that element, did you really understand how famous they were or how legendary they were at that moment? Did you, or was it just
How
like
how famous
the
they were.
vibe?
How famous they were. Yeah, legendary. I wasn't even in that mind state yet to really know until afterwards. Because I used to do things like when he take me to these concerts and I'm around these artists, either I'm on my way listening to their music, or after I've seen them in concert, I'll go listen to all their music and realize who I was with. And then it'll blow my mind. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I knew they was there. I knew they was, you know what I'm saying, famous people, but it was like to actually know the standards of them, like who they are, like, I mean, the status of them, I meant, you know what I'm saying? The status of them, like, it just, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tap into that till afterwards.
I know it's real crazy now when you think about it. Like Levert, come on, I was
Yeah,
just chilling with them. That's
right. And
wow. You know what I
that was
mean?
dope. That was dope. Like, the more I think about it now, the knowing, like, my pops always remind me that too. He got a habit of doing that. Like, you know who you been around. You know who used to
Right.
do this. You know who this. And I be like, man, listen, man, because me, I'm humble. I don't carry that on me like, you know what I'm saying, I'm the shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I come
Right.
from this. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I came from that, but I learned a lot of knowledge from that. But I'm a real solid, humble dude. Like, I'm looking for the next best thing to be able to take on, to come with me on that, to be, you know, I don't want to live off their name. You know, I want to create my own, which I've been doing.
I know what you mean.
So
My
yeah,
I feel the same way with my kids. Like they just know me as mom, but they don't really get what I do. Really,
right,
really. You know what
right,
I mean? But it's just mommy to them. But there are special moments that happen that trip them out. Like, okay, like today, I was telling you about this before we went live. Google listed me as a 14 millionaire as my net
right,
worth.
right. Yeah,
I was like, seriously? So
yeah.
when I presented it to the kids and told them about that, they were like, Mom, what does that mean? And what is 14 million? I was like, listen,
That mean you busted, as Keisha Carson say, you busted.
right?
Straight
What
up.
I mean by that, for Google to say that, I said, baby, just know that your mama is rich based on what they saying. We
Right.
got bread and we got houses, we got cars, and I started trying to break it down to them, right? They start,
Speaking into it,
and
yeah, I'm telling you.
it created a whole conversation. And this one guy, I put it on Facebook too. He commented on the post. He's from Philly and he's a police officer from Philly. And I
Right.
said, babies, I said, girl, listen, this guy said he want to be our bodyguard. They was like,
Right.
for real, mama? Whoa, we gonna have a bodyguard. They start screaming. It was so cute. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
They talking, they
so
looking at the big picture already, like,
right,
yo.
right. And my they just don't understand the whole like element of what's happening. All they know is there are special occasions
Right.
of things happening, but they don't really get it because it's just mommy. Mommy, you okay? How
Right.
you feeling? I love you. It's just like that. But they are very creative, very stimulated also by creativity. They are authors.
Oh
At this
yeah, I
age,
can tell.
they've been on covers of magazines. They've done a lot too, but they don't really get
Right.
why they do this, or they don't really understand it yet. So we're all evolving, and I know you felt the same way when you were a kid because I
Right.
grew up like that too. Same
Yeah.
thing.
I ain't know my purpose of being, you know what I'm saying, like being around it. You know, I knew I had the talent. Just like, you know, I was telling the story to one of my guys. I was telling him, like, when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, I was playing drums since before I started walking, as my mother say. So
Right.
my pops had bought me a gold drum set when I was a kid. And I used to have it in the basement, but I open up the basement windows and play the drums in the neighborhood to hear me. So the neighborhood would be like, man,
Right.
who's that down there playing the drums? And they'd tell them who it is. And they'd be like, man, he down there, gonna say he jamming down there. Like, and then I start drawing that attention. And then, you know, everything else started coming along with rapping and doing beats and all that started coming along. So then I took that to a whole nother level.
So talk to us about the producer side of you. Where do you get inspiration for your beats and things like that? Talk to us about that side.
Well, my inspiration, well, like I said, I'm a drummer, you know, and I'm into all types of music, but my favorite genre of music is funk. So, you know, I listen to, you know, the Parliament Funkadelics and Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, the Ohio Players, you know, those cats. You know what I mean? So that between that and then when I, you know what I'm saying, when you tell me that my music is West Coast, you know, so you can hear that West Coast in there, because Dr. Dre took on from that too, and built his whole thing around. So Dr. Dre is I look at as one of my mentors when it comes to producing. You know, so it's like, you know, real live music, you know, dealing with real instruments, dealing with real sounds and bringing back that soulful sound. Oh, you know what I'm saying, with with some verses and lyrics over the top, you know, like we came with. So, you know, them 90s was dope. That type of music was dope at the time,
right.
you know. Ain't nobody sound like nobody.
Can hear it. I can hear it in your music. As a matter of fact, I want to play this track of yours real quick. I think that this is the right time to pull this out real quick. It was something I heard, one of your tracks that's on YouTube, that you sent to me. I want to talk about this. This song right here, I love it because of what you're saying in the lyrics. Talking about crab in the bucket mentality. You know what I mean? The challenges we face. Like you're really talking about real life issues as an entertainer. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. You know what I mean? I like that. I like what you represent in here. So it's called Bad Guy.
Oh yeah.
And I want to play a little bit of this real quick. Y'all hang tight. I'm gonna start kind of like in the middle of it.
Just scared to look in the mirror and face their own identity deep inside. Who you calling the bad guy? It's wrong. I don't wanna be right. Nigga, who you calling the bad guy? It's wrong. I don't wanna be right. Tell me who you calling the bad guy? It's wrong. I don't wanna be right. Nigga, who you calling the bad guy? Make me strong, then I better be brave for life. Tell me who you calling the bad guy? Over left the dead. Get forgotten, I get it on bad till my soul turn right. Almost to my life over stress and humility. Damn near went crazy and brought death to my enemies. About to give up music cause I thought no one was feeling me. Led me to believe I was black and I would never be one of the coldest to stick and hiding for race. The lyrical poet impact flow is closer. Fuck that, I had to change the time. Snap back to reality and know that you can. Got rid of the peanut pad and went straight to the booth. Release the shit load inside of me and let them know I'm the truth. Through my elbows and depot, my way in the game. Brought rap back where it started, back the bar and bang. I refuse to let enough me that I'm nothing. That my every ability to smash and need a look. I'm calling the bad guy. I don't wanna be right. Nigga, who you calling the bad guy? I don't wanna be right. Who you calling the bad guy? I don't wanna be right. Nigga, who you calling the bad guy? Make me fun, then I better be paid for life. Who you calling the bad guy? You always see the motherfucking niggas standing up for something. Always see the ones who get the most in. Looks like no matter how hard you work, you just talk about the hell hole.
Talk that shit.
You always see the trash in the bucket and try to pull you down, my nigga.
Tell you.
That's why I say body clean up. Be true to the family business. Let this world wet. Remain a wise side. You always know you ride one something.
This is where I was like, hey, look, if I could walk it out.
Those wild ones up. You got that right.
Hey. This West Coast, bro, like.
Hey, I can see myself going down Crenshaw somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
you know what I'm saying?
With jumping the
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
the caddies, yeah. But it just got that. Yeah, it got that West Coast vibe. Tell us about the inspiration for the lyrics from this one, because this one really, really, really stood out to me because of, you know, being an entertainer, the things that happen. You know what I'm saying? What was the inspiration behind this? That I kind of know, but just tell us from your standpoint as a writer and creating this song right here.
Cool. Well, basically, it's like you trying to do this and be in this industry and work fair as possible, being genuine to it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the one that's cutthroat or whatever, and you just want to do it right. You know what I'm saying? You want to do it the right way. But at the same time, man, they say you can't live your life as an angel in a world full of devils. You know what I'm saying? When you think everybody is praising you and everybody is happy for you, you know what I'm saying? It's always that bunch that be like, yeah, nah, man, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga and this, and that. And
Right.
it's like, but damn, man, I'm willing to help you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm willing to put you in position to get you to another place or whatever. Like, all you got to do is ask me. Or all you got to do is try to, you know what I'm saying, learn some game or whatever. If I could give it to you, man, you know what I'm saying, I'll let me. But when you got the ones that just automatically want to pop off and set little traps and shit like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You like, damn, but then point the finger at you and try to, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, tell you who you are and shit, but they ain't looking themselves in the mirror. They scared to look themselves in the mirror and check that person. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking on a previous show about how I don't even think that sometimes people know how to receive someone that is elevating in their career. They don't know how to,
Right.
react to that. They don't know how to congratulate them. They just don't know what to do. It
Without
just feels
throwing it in their face though. Without throwing it in their
right.
face. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's willing to get them somewhere or show them a way of being able to get where they at without saying, you know what I'm saying, no, I'm just gonna do this, fuck all y'all and no. It's like, hey, if
Right.
you working, you gotta work. We all work, we all eat. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody holding nobody's hand or carrying nobody or pulling nobody, you know what I'm saying? And then you ain't putting your work in. No. So it's like, yo, I'd rather encourage you to put that work in than to hate you. But why you can't do that for me?
Exactly.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
everybody's not like that, and everybody's not a congratulator, and things like that. And my thing is that when you're purpose filled and you're doing what you're supposed to do,
Right.
you don't have time to look into other people's houses and figure out what they ain't and what they are doing, and you know what I mean. Hate on them. You ain't got the energy for it
Yeah,
because
that's right. I was
you're
just gonna
so
say that. That's too much
focused. You
unnecessary
know what I
energy for
mean?
that.
Just like sometimes people think I'm being rude and I'm not what you call that responding to them and things like that. I'm like, man, you don't know how busy I'm really busy all day, every day. Like
Right,
I'm literally on this grind from the time I get up. We talked about my morning lives that I do with no makeup on. From the
right,
time I get up till sundown, I got kids, a full family, and a full husband, and like it's a full life.
right.
Sometimes people think that you're being insensitive by not paying attention or giving them direct quality time. And I'm like, you don't understand.
Right.
Like literally, when
It's
you're
like
building,
just like you got problems and issues going on in your personal life in your household or whatever. What make you think I ain't got the same thing going on in mine? It don't matter what
exactly,
level you on. Everybody's like I said, new levels, new devils. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
you never know what anybody got going on, but you put yourself, you make yourself a burden on these people and expect for them to just come at your aid 24/7 when they got problems of their own and you ain't even trying to seek that. So that's what make you know what I'm saying. Like me, I'll
yeah,
leave them alone. Like, okay, cool. You taking to the point where I feel like you dragging me, you draining me. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you all of
exactly,
mine. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So I cut them out quick.
We got to cut that off. It's a trip. It's a trip. How this whole industry works. Because the thing is, when you've been working for 20 some years or however long you've been working, 10, 15, you're not going to stay at the same level. You're going to you're going to rise. You're going to
Right.
go
You're gonna
further. You're
elevate.
going
Exactly.
to, yeah, you're going to eventually, it's kind of like everybody climbing to the top. You're going to eventually, get higher. You're going to eventually go to other levels and things like that. And you can't
Right.
be angry at someone when they've invested that time and energy into the game, spent all those hours, hardly no sleep, and doing all the sacrificial type of things that we got to do to
Right.
to make this game happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't be mad at nobody like that. But people do. They're selfish. They're selfish and they get upset because you're not giving them that one-on-one attention. I seen this post recently. I think my brother posted this. He said something about thank you for the real true ones that hold me down when I'm going through something, you don't hear from me.
Right. Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that says a whole lot.
That's a whole house. That's a whole mouthful.
Yeah.
That's so true. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
You don't know what I'm dealing with. So it's a trip. It's a lot of different levels and different things that happen in this business, and you got to take the good with the bad. What are some of your favorite parts as an entertainer? Like, what's your favorite uh, part of the industry that you just absolutely love?
Most definitely performing, doing shows. But the creative process is always my favorite. To see something come from nothing to something great, you know what I mean? And the
Hmm.
reactions you get from, you know what I'm saying, from the audience when you actually, you know what I'm saying, present it to them. So that's one of my favorite things though, man. So, it's just once I put myself in that mode, everything else don't even matter.
Right. That right there, I would have been like,
Right.
hey.
And see, that's why I like to make certain types of music with certain types of beats because that's what we missing. Like, remember the house parties? You know what I'm saying? When it could be jam packed in there, and everybody kick it,
Hmm.
but everybody leave out of there safe and sound, get home safe and sound, be ready for the next party next weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you just in there partying, you just up on each other, dancing,
right.
having a good time. It
Every
was that
song had a
vibe back in
meaning
the
to it.
day.
Like when you could go back and say, where was you at when you heard this song? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But nowadays it's like, yo, they here today, going tomorrow. Now, it's very rarely when you find a classic cut that's gonna last, that's gonna carry. But
I remember this is crazy. This is classic now. This aging me. This is about to put some age on me.
right,
I remember back in the day the house parties. Like you said, you come for that house party to chill. Nobody wasn't getting hurt. You wasn't worried about safety. You just
right,
coming in there and partying.
right.
I remember I wanna sex you up. I
Yeah.
remember being in the party like, dancing to that. Everybody when that came on, it was like,
Right.
hey, you know what I mean?
See,
Again, I'm telling my age, and I'm really, but
what's so
the
crazy
things
though is
you're
that
talking about,
that's
huh?
crazy. My age, I'm young. I'm still young. You know what I'm saying? Young in age, but you young too. But like I'm saying, like I'm still young in age, but I was brought up on that type of music at a young age,
Yep.
so I might sing. Oh, like I got an old soul. So
Right,
whenever
right,
when you
right.
talk about something back then, I can relate to it because I'd have been through it. But I was at a young age
Yep.
coming up with it. But yeah,
Yeah, certain songs, shy,
yeah,
and in fire. You know
yeah. I just did the show.
what
I just did the show recently, Keisha show, the Valentine's Day, the Mike Massacre. I just did that
I
sample
mean?
from it.
Man, that's
Yeah,
what's up. Thank God for people like Stacks the Realist, Keisha Pashmore,
yeah, most
who
definitely.
are providing platforms for artists and things like that. You know why I always vibe with the hip hop world? Because I've always been a promoter to my soul. Like
Right.
I've given shows that had Al B. Sure there, back in the day, Crazy Legs,
Yeah.
Damian Hall. Like I was a promoter, bro. So
Right.
when I vibe with hip hop, the hip hop artists in the industry, is because I always got love for y'all, and y'all always show me love. You know what I'm
Most definitely.
saying? It's
Yeah.
like everything I do, y'all support it. Like even the showcases, the radio shows, anything that I put together, y'all be right there. And I just adore the hip hop industry. That's why I realize and understand. Let y'all be yourself. Let you do
Yeah.
what you got to do creatively. Don't stifle that or try to, hold somebody back. I always used to let people cuss at my shows or do whatever they got to do. That's expression. Don't
Right.
try to stifle an artist from what they are about and what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's what they do.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's a form of expression, man. They gotta express themselves the best way they can to get it out, to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is therapy. So,
Right.
whether it's through the performance or through the just being in the studio creating, but just to be able to bring that out, even in through the writing process, man, pour it out, man, let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's dope. It's dope, bro. I just love this is the part I love about the game. I smile because all these amazing memories, of what happens, at spontaneous moments that you don't expect.
right.
I remember I remember spending one New Year's Eve with John of Troop. He shut my stage down.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to come through there, but when he did, he killed it. Like he killed it. You know what I'm saying? And we brought the New Year in together.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
You know,
dope.
he was out there promoting his new track, "Girlfriend, Be My Girlfriend." It's like a track he had that he was promoting at the time, and you know what I mean. He was out there putting it down, and just because they've been in the game, don't mean that you know what I mean. They don't need platforms. They need platforms.
Right.
You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely. Especially the
So,
ones that's coming back in the game that's actually revitalizing their whole image, man. They you know what I'm saying, they coming back and trying to try it again, and they try to get a taste of this new music. You know what I mean? So they mix it a
exactly.
little bit, blend it together, but they some of them work it out, some of them don't. But hey, as long as they still
It's
out there
love.
kicking.
It's love. What
Right.
are some of the things you got coming up? I know we got this big show coming up, Hollywood and Milwaukee, March
Yes.
27th. We're supposed to be meeting out there.
Most
I'm
definitely.
excited about that big show. We're gonna hit the red carpet together and make it official. You know what I mean? But what are some of the things you got coming up soon?
I got like you said, that show coming up. I got another dope radio interview coming up, man. Shout out to Dirty Candy. You know, Dirty Eagle. I think I sent you the track that me and him did called Quite Like This. We promoting that
Mm-hmm.
right now. I still, so everybody been waiting on me to drop a project. And I don't know, man, I'm a perfectionist. Man. I'm like, yeah, so it's to the point where, man, I don't know, man. It's a certain sound, a certain way of putting it together that I need to hear. Like my ear is crazy. But I do have a
Mm-hmm.
mixtape to come out that I'm just gonna put out there of music that I've done, and give the people that energy. I don't have a date on it. I don't want to put a date on it. Everybody keep telling me to put a date on it, but I'm tired of planning and putting dates. I'm just gonna set it out, just throw it out there. But I'm also working.
Right. Yeah, I was just
Uh,
talking to this artist this morning called Sando from Jamaica. We were live from Jamaica, man. He was a dope brother. He talked about that same thing. Like, I
right,
just want to give it to the people. I don't want to
right,
talk about it, discuss it. He's like, I just want to come out and just give
right,
it to the people
right.
and let them know with action. You know
A
what
lot of that
I'm
though, a lot of that
saying?
me that setback on that though comes from me because I have my hands in a lot. Like I wear a lot of hats for real. So I'm not only just working on my project, but I didn't work on other artists' projects. I'm setting up, I'm shooting videos now, and then now I'm working on shooting, getting into the acting in movie fields and working with that right now. So there's a lot of things coming. A lot of people expect things to come right when you say it. Like, no,
Instantly,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? I'm working on this. Where is that? Like, no, it's a process to work on that to get that done. But I have been grinding and working with that and really bearing myself into that. So I have a lot of that coming in. Also, um, me and my partner, my god brother, but me and him partnered up. We got our own clothing line called the Millie Ray. It's Humble King in Italian. So we have
Okay.
the clothing line coming. Speaking of clothing line, check this out. So I got this shirt here to say "Stay humble, hustle hard," and it comes from what's it? Rich Famous Brothers. These
Yeah,
two
that's what
young,
you
these
said.
two
Yep,
young
that's what
boys,
you
man.
said.
These young boys, man. They coming. These kids, man. I want to say they from the ages. If somebody could correct me, man, they from the ages of I think 10 and 16 or 10 and 15, somewhere around there. But to see them
That's
become
amazing.
entrepreneurs at a young age, and they putting together they line, they got these slogans on there, man. They represent themselves and represent for all people and all kids like them. And then somebody like me to look at it, it speaks value. So I support them. So look them up though. What's it? Rich Famous Brothers. I got to keep that in.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to them though. They dope. So yeah, the shirt that you seen on the promo too. Uh Black
Oh,
men,
she
yeah, black men are dope. Yeah.
Casey said they 11 and 16
Yeah,
years
see,
old.
that's
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 the
their mother
ages.
right there. I said the age between the age of 10 and 16. So yeah, that's their mother right there. Shout out to Casey. Yeah,
Rich Famous Brothers is the brand. Is
most
the name of
definitely.
the brand.
Most definitely.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We got to support our babies that's coming up behind us. We can't
Man,
expect to have all this creativity in the home and they not getting it too. They finna get. You know what
right.
I'm
Most
saying?
definitely. And I love that
So
about them, though.
don't shut your babies down when they come in and be like, I got an idea.
Yeah.
You got to stimulate that and you got to get behind them and support them through that
I
because
think she
you
just
know.
put up also, I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah, she just put
Mhm.
up their, I think their actual name, My Brother's Keeper, their company.
Okay, yeah, my brother's keeper, uh, rich famous brothers, and they're 11 and 16. I just think that's so amazing,
Yeah.
so amazing.
That's
Wow.
good though. That's good to see them come up like that instead of them, letting the streets take control of them. You know what I mean? Like they give them something to do. And arts and crafts back then for us was like construction paper, sticky tape, glue. Create some stuff.
Not no more.
Now they got all type of stuff from graphic designing on computers to pressing their own shirts and making their own designs and stuff like that. Like that's dope. Anything to keep them out the streets and you know what I'm saying, just get them the reason to grow. You know what I'm saying? To get them something to look forward to. So yeah,
Right, right, right. And it's not all about the video game. These video games is crazy too.
hey, I
It
stopped
kind of
playing them
puts these
video games.
kids in a whole nother world. Like,
Yeah,
whoo,
yeah.
it's some stuff out. We gotta really
You got to
get
really
into our babies' lives and monitor
redirect
them and
you got to redirect their attention to something greater. You got to redirect them, actually redirect their attention within themselves, to study
right,
themselves and who they are and get to know themselves. Because a lot of kids grow up and they want to be like the next person or whatever, but they lose sight of who they are. And then when they get in that
like
certain
like
age,
I was watching something that my kids were watching the other day. They watch a lot of these little weird robot shows and all that. And
right,
we're a religious household and family, and I was noticing that they just kept talking about demons and
right,
devils and all that. I was like, turn that! Like, what
right,
are you watching? You can't take that in your spirit. Like, you gotta watch. We gotta monitor some of that. Like, we gotta
most definitely,
watch what our kids are mesmerized by and what they're taking into their psyche because it's a lot of stuff out here and these kids get manipulated through television and through that outlet, so we got to be careful on how we steer them and things like that. I'm not saying
right,
don't let them play the video games and things like that, but we definitely got to monitor some of that stuff because some of them kids have committed suicide
yeah,
by way of the subliminal messages that come through these screens and TVs and all of that stuff. It's a very serious issue. You know
yeah,
what I
most
mean?
definitely, most definitely, yeah,
And people are out here. We got what you call those predators. It's all kind of folks
yeah,
out here waiting for our babies. So we got to be
most
careful
definitely,
and watch that and just be protective. And I'm glad that kind of this pandemic happened because it forced the hand of us getting to know our children again too and getting back connected to them. No one's running around. We are forced to kind of be together and
right,
in this isolation like we are.
yeah.
But it really turned out to be good. Like it's not so bad.
That's why I said another thing. See, pandemic it hurt, but it helped. But you gotta have understanding of what's going on. Like I took it as okay,
Hmm.
you know, there's a lot of families that got parents that just work all day. They don't really have time to spend time with the kids, or just certain friends or whatever. That used to hang out more. They too busy for each other, but it's like they don't have nothing. They grew away from each other. But then when
Hmm.
what I'm saying, when this whole pandemic kicked in, it forced you to really start getting to know people and getting to know yourself and want to be
Oh
closer to certain
yeah.
people and to know who to keep away from you as well. So you know
Oh
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So
You
it taught
really found out some stuff.
this
Woo,
some realness for
man,
real,
I
for real.
figured out who was really, really in my circle for real, for real.
Man, listen,
And it's a lot of cool, supportive people that have been there. I'm not gonna lie. Especially, we just went through this situation here in Texas. I'm in Texas, y'all, where the people dealt with a lot of the issues with pipes busting and
right,
the homes not being equipped for this bad weather we just had, and you go from 7-degree weather to like now extreme, just beautiful
Right.
sun. Like what kind of we in a global crisis? We in all kind of crisis right now. It's just so many different things
Man.
going on. It's not just a pandemic. Governors, not paying attention and caring about the people, which is what you're hired on for.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a lot going on. I still don't think our new president has even addressed Texas yet, has he? I haven't
I
heard
don't know.
anything about that. And I
Yeah.
know he got problems, period, from the aftermath of what he walked into. I'm not saying that, but I haven't heard him address it at all.
Right. Yeah. No, I haven't
You
even
know,
seen anything at all on him, even talking about anything of that in that nature.
at all.
What I can say
Sign
though
no
is that
bills, I send my prayers, nothing.
right.
What the
That's
hell?
exactly what I was gonna say, man. Listen, through all this, man, stay prayed up, man. Stay solid, man. Get to know yourself, love your people that love you. You know what I'm saying? And just lock it down. You know what I mean? Because we right now
Right,
it's like we in a big prison right now, and we only got so far to reach, and then only so much we can do, and we allowed to do. But at the same time, we can make it
right.
bigger and better out of this whole situation when we realize how great we are as individuals. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I plan to be one of those ones to try to make the best out of every scenario, including the pandemic, quarantine,
right,
including the Texas situation. It's been so many odds and things stacked against us that it's beyond our control. It's like, what are you gonna do?
right,
And you really find out what you're made of in these
yeah,
days and times.
exactly,
And it's taking us back to that point of who do you really rely on, and what are you really built of? Uh, if you weak right now, you ain't gonna make it in these
right,
times. Period.
yeah. But
You know what I'm saying?
if you call on man, then you know what I'm saying you gonna experience that. But if you keep
Exactly.
God first, man, like I said, it don't matter what I go through, man. I got to sit down and really just lock in and really pray and meditate and allow God to just take control of me and not make me, allow me to lose myself to certain
Right.
things. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And that's the thing that we got to learn how to have that control within ourselves and not lose ourselves to the physical being in life. You know what I mean? Knowing what God wants, knowing what God wants you to do opposed to what the world
Right.
wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I learned throughout this pandemic and tapping
Oh
into that. So
yeah.
I don't even get
There's a
involved.
bigger purpose for our life.
Right.
And I think slowing down made us realize more what we're here for. Tomorrow ain't promised. That's another lesson
At all.
that's been real serious. And you could be here today, gone tomorrow, and affected by this coronavirus.
Most definitely.
It's killed so many people. My homeboy, Chris Bolton, who was an amazing gospel performer and singer, he passed away from
Right.
coronavirus. I still can't believe it. I
Yeah.
still can't believe he gone. When I seen his funeral online, I was like, that is not my homie.
Yeah, that's real.
And it's just really, really, really made me home in the fact that, every day is precious. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Every single day that we breathe and live is precious.
Every
It's
moment,
precious.
every minute, every second, every hour, man, cherish it. It's your last.
Yep.
Most
Yep.
definitely.
So, I know we got deep and heavy in this show, but tell us who you want to shout out and let us know where we can find you on social media.
Most definitely, I want to shout out Stacks the Realest though. That's my G right there. That's my little sister, and you know what I'm saying. Good spirit, man. She dope, just dope all the
Oh
way
yeah,
around. Me and her got a
she done
lot.
made
Matter of
a
fact,
lot of stuff happen. Like
me and
this
her just
circle, this
dropped two new
whole
singles
circle's
too.
in.
Me and her just dropped two new singles together though, called Vibe and Gas. So you know what I'm
Okay,
saying. Y'all
okay,
check that
okay,
out on all
okay.
streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying. Under Stacks the Realest. Let me see. Shout out to what I'm saying MSC Kim Baldwin. She dope. You know what I'm saying. Putting it on for the artist, man. Doing her thing, man. Keisha Cautious, ear hustling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dream Rich TV. Shout out to Who's Your Favorite Podcast. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody in 219 doing their business. Anybody that's doing their business out here handling and getting theirs, man. Shout out to them, all the black-owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? All the mom and pop stores and, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, all the artists that's out here
Independence,
grinding.
yeah, shout that out. Yep, all independence.
You know what I
It's
mean?
not
Most
easy,
definitely.
but we making it. We trying to make this happen in spite of all that's happening against us. You know what I mean?
Man,
And
shout
it's
out
a
to my hold on.
blessing.
Shout out to my brother and sister and them too, man. Dirty Eagle and Candy Girl, Dirty Candy. They dope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, check
Yep.
them out, man. Like I said, me and him, we got a single out here called "Quite Like This." We doing it. That boy right there going in. So most definitely, but salute to everybody, man. And
Salute. I want to shout out the faces of rap mothers.
yeah, most definitely. I've been hearing a
My
lot about
sister
them.
Candy Struthers DeVore, she just came out with a magazine, and her and I are on the cover of that magazine. I'm
Most definitely.
excited
That's up.
about that. We are. They just launched the Men Faces of Rap Men book, the first one. They just launched that.
Yeah,
Um, she has a talk show coming out that I'm a part of, coming up in the summer. That's
most definitely.
amazing and powerful. Along with Kay Shoy, Mary. What's her name? Mary. I don't want to say her name wrong. Um, her name is Mary.
Right.
She's gonna be on the panel as well. Please, y'all, don't quote me on names and stuff like that. It's been a long day, but I just want to shout her out. I want to also shout out Mariah Dorito over at MJ on Network, who has a lot of our shows on her Roku channel.
Right.
Thank you so much for giving us that worldwide exposure and that platform to use to be on television. I can go over here behind me, behind this tablet, and I can plug myself in on Roku. That is crazy still.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'm tripping all out on so many levels, on so many things. I want to shout out all of our, platform promoters and people that hold us all down, that give us opportunities to come out and keep shining the way that they do and giving us that platform. Because if it wasn't for a Stacks the Realist or all these people that were on these platforms, what would we do? We wouldn't have it.
Right.
So I'm grateful for everyone that continues to keep their lights on so that we keep shining.
Most
You
definitely.
got to acknowledge those ones. I want to shout out my girl, Madam Meek, who's been pushing the buttons behind the scenes on the Queensy Live experience. She's a hip hop artist in the game, a legend, been around for a long time. She has
Yeah.
been added to my team. I'm so excited to have her on board. I want to shout out my husband, my boo, my love, who he tired now because he done worked a full day, and I'm just
Yeah.
grateful that he takes care of his family and does what he has to do. He's a videographer and a photographer, and
Most definitely.
has went in the first Face of Rap Men's book with his work that he's done in the industry. Shot everybody from Teddy Riley to Stacey Dash to
Right.
Celine Dion. He just shot everybody. SWV. I mean, just so many iconic legends. But he working a job right now. He holding his family down until I get that 14 million that Google says that my
Right.
net worth is.
Right.
Until that kick in,
We're gonna speak
he's
into
holding
that.
us down. So I want to shout him out. And my babies, all my children, all seven of my heartbeats that came out of me directly, and my almost five grand heartbeats. I got three grandchildren and two on the way.
Most
So I'm
definitely.
excited about the family growing and building and just, God is good.
Yeah,
God is good.
you just put it in my head, man. A lot of other people out, man. I be shouting out so many people, man. Most definitely my parents, though. They dope. They crazy
Oh,
as
yeah.
hell. But do my people, though. I rock with them heavy, man. My daughter, my 9-year-old daughter, man. Daddy love you. When you know what it is.
Aww.
Uh, my sweetie. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
Uh,
up.
But at the same time, like I said, man, good vibes, man. I feel good. I've been smiling a lot lately, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
The
good.
whole interview.
I'm good. Yeah, I've been great.
Oh,
Yeah,
man. Oh, this interview was real dope. I was rolling on the drummer part. When you said drummer, it took me. on a whole nother page back in the day in church. That was funny. Y'all go back and watch this interview, share it, and just keep this platform alive by supporting the merch that we have. You know what I
Right.
mean? Get you some T-shirts so that we can keep the doors open here at Queen G Live Experience and keep going and keep everything alive so that we can support you all. So if there's not anything else, oh, Doty G Mac, tell them where we can find you on social media. That's the
Oh
last
yeah.
thing, and
So
then we're gonna shut it down.
you can find me on you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Triller, uh, and Snapchat. All that is Doty G Mac. There's DOTYGMAC as y'all see it across the screen. So yeah, most definitely. All streaming platforms. Check me out. Type in Doty G Mac. And you'll see all the things I did on all streaming platforms as far as the features and singles I got. I got a couple more singles coming out. Featuring an artist, a major artist, Juvenile. I got a track with Juvenile I want to drop. So yeah, check me out,
You
man.
got to,
I'm
yeah,
dope.
you go.
I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? I'm dope.
Right. No, you're doing some things. You're doing some major stuff. I can't wait to see what God does with your career and how He's
Right.
going to build you and take you to the next level. Listen, I've been telling everybody, evidently it's something in our heart desires that we have put out there in the universe that connected our spirits that have put us in positions to cross paths lately.
Most definitely.
That don't just happen. You don't just fall off the face of the earth and cross paths with somebody.
Right.
That's a spiritual thing. You know what I mean? Just know that and know that evidently things are going to the next level. When Google is saying 14 million, that's my net worth. I'm agreeing with it. I'm gonna fall right on under submission
Gotta
and
claim it. Gotta
claim
claim
it,
it. Yeah.
believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna hire the bodyguards and do all the stuff we got to do. We in
Right.
discussion about it right now, right
Right.
now.
That's gonna be the most exciting part for the kids, the bodyguards.
So y'all Google my name Shanta Gibson on and find out what my net worth is. This is what they saying.
Right.
Google is saying my net worth is $14 million.
Yeah, I'm most definitely gonna look into that.
I
That's what,
bugged out today. I was like, what?
did you post it?
Yeah, I posted it on my page. It's on my
Yeah.
page. And a
Yeah.
lot of people are having conversation and dialogue about what they want out of the deal. And it's funny. It's
Right.
hilarious.
You know
But it's
that's
real. It's real love, though. I'm like, okay, God, evidently you put it in the universe. I claim it and I hold on to it. I lay hold to all of it. Come on, come on, come on.
most definitely.
Maybe by my 50th birthday, we'll be chilling in the mansion or something.
Got to. And it'll probably before that. So
Maybe before that. Ain't no
yeah,
telling.
most definitely.
All right, y'all. So if there's nothing else, listen, this is your girl, Queen G of Queen G Live Experience. This is Doty G Mac. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence here tonight on the Queen G Live Experience. I want to thank everybody who supports, shares, likes, and gives everyone the page to even follow. Thank you so much for your energy and love out there. I'm feeling all that amazing energy here. And keep building, keep shining, keep growing. And if there's nothing else, y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Good night, y'all. Have a good
Yeah.
one.
Long live still.